Welcome to another edition of Valor Life. How you doing? I'm still having to stay inside for the most part. I'm sure a lot of us still are with this quarantine that we're going through, and it kind of grows on you after a period of time. Some of the guys on the Ridge, been tough on them. They came out and they had jobs, and now they don't, and they're having to stay there at the facility, at the campus, but they're being encouraged by the guys that are on staff. I've always said it's not what happens to you in your life, it's how you respond to it that defines your character, and this is a powerful opportunity. That's why the staff is so important, and that's why a guy like Marcus Martin means so much. He was incarcerated, gave his life to Christ, came out, became a part of Men of Valor, graduated. He's on staff, been on staff for 15 years. He's been through the ropes. That's the kind of guy you want to be around. That's the kind of guy that listens to the other men, especially the young ones that have just gotten out wondering, what am I going to do with all that's going on? You need somebody with faith way down deep inside like Marcus.
This is Marcus D. Martin. I've been employed by Men of Valor for right at 15 years now. Awesome ministry. Thankful for being able to still be used even in the season that we're in right now. Just want to share something real quickly. I was at my table the other day trying to have a good morning devotion, and God just gave me something so clear about this coronavirus, COVID-19. The Bible tells us that when one mourns, we all mourn. And when one rejoices, we all rejoice. So the people who have lost their jobs, I mourn with them as well. We definitely understand the struggle. Even with that said, I felt like God said, I got y'all right where I want you. And I'm like, oh Lord, that's heavy. You got us. I got y'all right where I want you. And then I felt like if Corona had a voice, if the virus itself had a voice, I felt like it was saying, if y'all fail to keep y'all hands clean, I got you. And then I feel like the Lord said, son, I have already told you in Psalms 24, 4 and 5, it says this, he who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to an idol, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. I feel like Mr. Corona said then, yeah, but things can happen if I get in your mouth. Have you ever had negativity coming out of your mouth? In the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 29, it says, let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is necessary for edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. Now Mr. Corona, he gets really mad. He said, you better keep your distance, because if you don't, you're going to catch something that somebody else got. Then Jesus said, look here, Satan, or coronavirus, or COVID-19, whatever you want to be called. I've always reminded my people to keep their distance from dangers seen and unseen. In fact, I told Solomon in the book of 1 Kings, those who do not serve me will turn away from me. Keep your distance from those who mean you no good, those who don't have your best interests at heart. But don't just stop there. God is also saying, draw near to me. If you're lost, he's saying, come unto me if it's the first time. If you're just backslidden and fallen away, he's saying, come back to your first love. And that's Jesus. Psalm 103 says this, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all of his benefits. Who forgives all your iniquities, who heals all of your diseases, who redeems your life from destruction. I think one of the reasons why God inspired me in this particular word of encouragement is because of all of these steps that we've been having to go by. Keep your hands clean. God's been saying keep your hands clean and keep your heart pure for the longest. Cover your face, because this virus can get down in the mouth and into the immune system and you be dead quick, especially if your immune system is not strong. But God has been telling us for a long time to guard our heart, to guard our mouth. In fact, he says in Proverbs that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we go around continuing to speak death on people, and then all of a sudden we're at a place to where we're trying to cover our mouth And then distance. We had to stay distant from people when we've been so used to being in a Walmart line right next to a person. Now we got to be distant because we don't know if a person has got something. So God has been telling us to be distant against things that's against us forever. So God is trying to show us something. So I think when he told me that I got y'all right where I want you, I think that's what God was trying to say, is that these symptoms are not new. I've been trying to tell you that from a spiritual standpoint forever. But as soon as y'all feel like you got it under control, you leave me out. Hope this blessed you. Let's not forget about God when things start getting better. Be blessed.